Matt Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
Good morning, Americans. It's Friday.
Yeah.
There we go.
There it is.
We got there.
We did. Welcome to it. Thanks for being here. Things are kind of getting weird on the details with the Uvalde shooting. No idea why the police didn't go into that building for so long. Guy was in there for 90 minutes before he was shot. They couldn't open the door. You don't have like a door hammer? Isn't that what they call those big things that they just smash into the door and open it?
It does seem like they should have something.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes, it does. Doesn't it?
It does seem like
if
they
you can't,
should
if you're
have
not
something.
strong enough to kick the door open, I'm sure it's steel reinforced. I mean, why? I doubt you. There, you know, it's not. You know, it's not. So finally, somebody comes with a key and lets the border agent in. But they stood out there
funny. I know.
for 40 minutes.
I mean, I know it's an ongoing situation and it's fluid and you've got an active shooter.
Yeah.
But if I'm one,
Well, that's what you're there for. That's what you're trained for.
if I'm one of the parents,
Oh.
I'm going in.
Yep.
I'm going in.
Yep.
If you're not going to go in, I am.
And in that time, were
Okay.
they not evacuating as many people as they could? Wasn't that happening as well in the time? So I mean,
They
Yeah.
ended up using, a taser on a dad. I saw a video of them sitting on what looked to be another father. They handcuffed a mom.
Good
I'm sorry,
gosh, man.
I'm grabbing my guns, and you're going to shoot me in the back as I'm running toward the building that you're refusing to go into.
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
You don't want me to put myself in danger? Is that your deal? Because you apparently don't mind the kids being in danger.
Just
There's a guy in there with an AR-15. Come on. You haven't heard from Biden? That weapon is deadly. Unbelievable.
it's madness, man.
It's just weird.
And God bless these parents. I don't know how
Yeah.
they deal with this, but
I don't either.
I hope that community is there for them.
They're certainly pissed off. Many of them are starting to speak out about it.
With good reason.
Yeah, big time. Yes, because the details we were given the other day just weren't accurate.
No, they were not. Not at all. That timeline they gave at the press conference, the Beto O'Rourke press conference, I watched that, and the timeline that seems to be coming out now differs greatly.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And some of the facts inside that timeline differ greatly than what they said. And I know, it's a fluid situation, and we're investigating, and it's an ongoing investigation, and blah, blah, blah. But
And I believe it was an off-duty Border Patrol agent,
It was,
right?
yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
First on the scene.
Yep.
Yeah, because there was no, we know now there was no school security, which we were told there was.
The door was unlocked
Mm-hmm.
for
Right.
whatever reason.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, of all the schools in this country, was that the only door on Tuesday that was unlocked?
You'd like to
I don't
think
know.
possible, but doubtful.
Yeah.
I just can't understand how that's where this thing...
Guy doesn't even get in if the door's
Right.
locked.
Right.
Problem solved. How about lock a door? How about that? Okay, we're trying to secure the kids and keep them safe. Lock the doors.
And that could have actually been an honest mistake, an oversight, whatever. It's
Yep.
absolutely possible.
I'd like to know if the door is supposed to be locked.
Right.
Is it normally locked? Details like that should be easily obtained.
You would think that we would know that.
And you would.
Yeah, and we go back to the parents there in the parking lot. One of the dads says, yeah, I heard gunshots. There were 4 gunshots after the parents had arrived. And I
Jeez.
don't want to presume who fired those shots, but that's all I was thinking of when I saw the interview with the 4th grader. This is gut-wrenching as this kid describes the situation in the classroom, because there were survivors in there. And I'm thinking of those shots that the dad talked about. Listen to this.
When I heard the shooting through the door, I told my friend to hide under something so he won't find us. I was hiding hard, and I was telling my friend to not talk because he's gonna hear us.
No
The
kidding.
cop said, "Help if you need help," and then one of the persons in my class said, "Help." The guy overheard, and he came in and shot her. And then the cops barged into that classroom, and the guy shot the cops, and the cops just started shooting at.
Wow.
So
Incredible.
there were officers that were breaking through and trying
Apparently,
to
right at
get
that
him.
time, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's horrible.
Then you have the guy's dad, the father of the 18-year-old who murdered 19 children and 2 teachers. In an interview with the Daily Beast, he did say, "I just want the people to know I'm sorry, man, for what my son did. I never expected my son to do something like that. They never do. He should have just killed me, instead of doing something like that to someone." But then he goes on to say, despite the slaughter that his son carried out, his son was a good person,
Right.
who stuck to himself. No, I'm sorry. Good people don't kill anyone, let alone 19 children and 2 teachers. No, you're not a good person.
No, you are not.
If you can do that.
No.
I'm going to go way out on a limb there and say no. And he doesn't want us calling him a monster.
Oh, well.
I don't want them calling him a monster. They don't know nothing, man. They don't know anything he was going through. We don't know nothing. We know he murdered 21 innocent people. Really doesn't matter what he was going through. There's no excuse for this. You don't kill people because of what you're going through.
And actually, 22, right? He kills the grandma too, right?
No, she's still alive.
She's alive.
She got shot in the face and then
I thought
ran across
She's
the
recovering,
street to
supposedly. I
the
think.
neighbor.
Oh, okay.
That's how they
I
knew.
thought she died.
That's how they knew that.
No, I know she didn't die immediately.
Okay.
But I thought
You're saying there's an update on that?
I thought there was, but whatever. That's fine. I mean, if she's alive, great. Good. But he still shot and wounded his grandmother.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry, that's not really a good person.
Nope.
Yeah.
And I get that you're his dad and you lost your son. I get that. But considering
sad.
the way this kid went out of the world, maybe this is not the time to say this kind of stuff. It always amazes me that people start babbling this nonsense right after it happens. Keep your mouth shut for a while.
That's a good rule of thumb. I mean, I've preached this often on my show. Just because someone puts a mic in front of you
doesn't mean you have to say things.
You have to speak.
That's right. No comment at this time, and you go into your house.
Thank you.
That's
Close the door.
Yeah, we're praying for the families.
Yep.
I'm so sorry.
Yep. Leave it at that.
Yeah, and I don't know if this is the same person that did this horrific act, but Libs of TikTok posted some screenshots from the local news down there from a couple of articles that was written in 2018. And it's talking about a threat, and it's talking about a student revealed a future plan to conduct a school shooting in the year 2022. This was written in 2018. Investigators also believe that students were planning to hold attacks years from now during their senior year. Again, we don't know if this is the shooter.
Do we know if it came from Uvalde?
Yeah, this was in Uvalde, yes. So.
Wow, that's weird. Oh. That is really weird.
We'll see where that one goes.
Oh, my gosh.
Strange. Heartbreak for one of the families where the teacher who died, her husband died of a heart attack yesterday.
Jeez.
And now they have 4 kids left behind.
So the kids, the 4 kids lost their mom and dad in the same week.
Correct.
Oof. Wow. That's a tough one.
Devastating.
Yeah. Wow. Pretty tragic.
And from what I can tell, yes, the grandmother is still in critical condition.
Yeah.
So she's still alive.
Yeah.
Good. I mean, good. I'm glad that she didn't die.
I was trying to put this into perspective, and we take care of our grandkids all the time because their mom works, and so they're at our house all the time. And I'm thinking, this is like my 5-year-old boy growing up and shooting my wife in the face. I mean, you can't.
I know.
You can't imagine something like that.
No.
How do you get that sick?
I don't know. I mean, my wife's granddaughter turns 6 today, the oldest one. And all I could think of this past week was you would have to stop me. Police authorities would have to stop me.
Sure.
If I was there and that was happening, my gosh.
They probably would shoot me in the back because I'm going
absolutely.
in. I'm
not
going into that building.
Absolutely.
Don't care what you say. If you're not going in.
If you're standing here collecting dust,
you're not
going
to do your job. I'll do it for you. I'm going to go shoot this guy.
It was so sad to watch the video in the parking lot. You hear the moms wailing.
Yeah.
And screaming for the police to go in and do something. You have the fathers trying to get around the officers. Guys, we're going to have to charge them. We're just going to have to break through and go get our babies.
But they were. Now, we heard the interview with the kid, right? I mean, there were officers
eventually
in the school.
Yeah, but he was in there for an hour.
That's what I want to know. That kid is going to be the key.
timeline,
And by the way,
yes.
that kid that was interviewed, talking about there were 4 other kids with him under a table that had a tablecloth on it. That's why they weren't seen. That's how.
And
they
just shut
made
up. The
it
kid was smart. Don't
Right.
talk. Don't be hollering.
And how? Okay, I'm being serious here. It's difficult to keep quiet for 5 seconds, especially when you're a little kid. How long were those kids able to keep quiet so that he didn't hear them? So that timeline is
Yes.
going to be very important here, and he's the key. I mean, those kids under that table, those 5 kids, that's going to be the key.
Yes, because I mean, he said, "Don't." The one kid heard the officer say, "If yell for help." Mistake.
Why did he?
This article says crisis didn't end until a group of Border Patrol agents went in nearly an hour later.
Right, that is the updated timeline.
The guy had staked out a spot in the 4th grade classroom he targeted and was killed during that shootout.
Well, the only question I have there is the kid telling the story of
The officers getting shot.
Was that the first time they tried to get in?
Right.
Because remember, at
They were
first they
driven
tried
back.
to get in. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So, just a.
Don't they have those shields? You know that you see for
That's what the Border Patrol ended up using.
the shields. You walk in with the shield and you shoot the guy. I don't understand. I mean, does Uvalde not have that kind of equipment? They must have, because they eventually used it.
Yeah.
Why don't you use it a little bit sooner? Like, I don't know, an hour.
And they should have
sooner.
if they had the threat from 4 years previous.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah,
Jeez.
I'm just saying it's not the first time that they've had to deal with threats there.
Ugh, man. So Javier Cazares, whose 4th grade daughter, Jacqueline Cazares, was killed in the attack, said he raced to the school as the massacre unfolded. When he arrived, he saw 2 officers outside the school and about 5 others escorting students out of the building. But 15 or 20 minutes passed before the arrival of officers with shields equipped to confront the gunman. As more parents flocked to the school, he and others pressed police to act. He heard about 4 gunshots before the others were ordered back to a parking lot. A lot of us were arguing with the police. You all need to get in there. You all need to do your jobs. Their response was, we can't do our jobs because you guys are interfering.
Not good.
Wow, would I be incensed. Oh, my gosh. Incensed. And again, probably shot in the back
Yes.
as I'm headed inside.
Be part of the story. Absolutely.
Yep. Let me tell you about real estate agents I trust. When you're trying to sell your home, you need a realtor who is really experienced and really good at what they do, and they've got a great track record. And these are the agents, the only agents we have in Real Estate Agents I Trust. These are the agents who have the best track records. These are the ones who do this full time and are really committed to what they do. Because it's Glenn's company, and so his team has fully vetted these agents to make sure that they're going to get your home sold or get you into a home and buy the most home for your money. Either way, and maybe you're doing both because you're relocating, you need a great realtor. These agents will see your selling process through from the day you interview them until the moment you sign on the dotted line. It's Real Estate Agents I Trust. The name says it all. realestateagentsitrust.com.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.
The babbling buffoon in chief had some things to say yesterday that were somewhat fascinating.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, he's normally so good.
Yeah, I know. I know. Oh, no. And yesterday's no exception.
Oh, okay.
He continued that trend of
Disappointed
being
I missed it.
so good. Here he is.
2 summers ago, in the middle of the pandemic, we saw protests across the nation, the likes of which you hadn't seen since the 1960s.
Yeah.
They unified people of every race and generation.
Wait, what? Wait. They unified people of every race?
Yeah, they were called the Unifying Riots. You don't remember that?
Unifying Riots of 2020. Right.
2 years ago.
Right. Yeah. Okay. That's why they're called that,
yeah.
I guess.
That's what. Now you know.
Now we know.
When you think of the 2020
unifying
riots.
You think of the unifying riots.
I want to be clear in how I characterize this. This is mostly a protest.
Mostly a protest?
It is not, generally speaking, unruly.
No.
No.
We can tell that by the flames behind you. It's obviously not unruly. Why would you even say that?
Generally speaking.
That goes without saying.
Well, it was the unifying.
The unifying riots of 2020. It brought us all together. Every race came together during that time. Remember that?
You were right. He's good.
He's good. He really, really is.
He's good.
What a buffoon. What a bizarre buffoon he is. Who would have ever believed we could have a dementia-riddled president and one party would not even notice it?
No.
They don't care about it.
Don't care.
They pretend it doesn't exist. They think it's fine.
Yeah.
It's absolutely, he's fine.
It's fine because as long as they can present some public face, in the background, you've got the Marxists doing everything they can throughout the administration. That's all they care about on the left.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, what was it? Yesterday or the day before was the anniversary, right?
Of
2 days ago.
Of George Floyd. Yeah, the day before.
Yeah, Barack
yesterday.
Obama made sure we knew about that.
Absolutely. Yeah. He tweeted his wonderful tweets. That unifying.
Yeah.
Reminding us how unifying it was.
Unified all races.
Oh, look at that. There it is.
As we grieve the children of Uvalde today.
Look at that. He just throws that in.
Yeah.
Well,
we should take that. And then the rest is
exactly. He's like, I got to get this out of the way.
All about him. We should take time to recognize that 2 years have passed since the murder of George Floyd under the knee of a police officer. His killing stays with us all to this day, especially those who loved him.
He went on after that. Do we have those?
Oh, no. What else did he say?
What else did he say?
In the aftermath of his murder, a new generation of activists rose up to channel their anguish into organized action.
Well, yeah, those were the unifying riots of 2020.
Launching a movement to raise awareness of systemic racism and the need for criminal justice and police reform. That wasn't all.
Oh, okay.
He continued.
Oh, good.
Inspired by these young leaders, MBK Alliance launched a reimagining policing pledge for mayors and cities ready to take action. If you're wondering how you can help make things a little better today.
I'm wondering. That's what I'm wondering. How do you know that? How do you know?
He said you could. There's some ways that you can get involved by going to Obama.org.
Oh. Obama.org.
Oh.
Wow.
I mean, you could probably find out at obamabook.com, but,
Yeah.
Oh. Boy.
Don't you miss him?
How long's the delay again, Corby?
Yes. Yes.
I mean, he's still probably better than Biden. Biden, I think I dislike Biden more.
I think
Obama.
I'm with you on that. I'm almost with you on that, I think.
Yeah, and I didn't think it was possible to dislike a president more than I disliked Barack Obama.
Yeah.
And they managed it.
I think we're all there.
Yeah, somehow they did it.
I mean, it's pretty incredible when we're walking a line of, I think we'll take Obama.
Seriously,
over
did you
this
ever
president.
think you would be at the point?
No.
And this country would be at the point it is where you'd say, "Well, I miss Obama."
Yeah, I mean, I take him over Biden.
Right, that's better stated.
Yeah, I mean, I don't miss him one iota.
Right.
But I'd take him over. If you gave me a choice today that Joe Biden can continue to be president, fill out the rest of his term, or we can substitute Barack Obama for him.
Yeah.
I'm going Barack Obama.
Yeah. Take the best day of Joe Biden's presidency. I would take the worst day of Obama's over that.
Yeah. And I mean, he was terrible.
He had a few of them.
He was horrific. He brought this nation to its knees, really.
He sure did.
And he really kind of brought back racial
he
tension.
sure did.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of being
absolutely brought
the
it back.
transformative racial president.
100% brought it back.
He sent us back to the 1960s.
He plowed the field and planted the seeds that Farmer Joe Biden is now harvesting for us.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so we look at Joe.
Biden's bringing in the sheaves.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. We will come a-marching, bringing in the sheaves.
Well,
and that's what Joe Biden is doing.
I mean, he ran on unity, and
that's what
hasn't he done that?
Yeah.
And remember,
yes,
all of these judges that Trump put in place that have stopped some of the madness on multiple levels.
Some of.
Right. Some of the madness
we still have
on
some
multiple levels.
Judges from that Trump appointed that are doing the January 6th.
Oh, okay. Okay.
That are
the point I was going to make, without those 4 years, that respite of Trump and putting those judges into place. Remember, Mitch McConnell said, I've been here. How long's a turtle? Turtles live forever. He says, he's been in the Senate forever and has never seen all federal posts filled, judgeships.
Right, yeah.
And so...
Yeah.
I'm sure he hated him for it.
Speaking of McConnell, what did he tell
Yeah, this
Chuck
is great.
Cornyn?
He told John Cornyn to go work with the Democrats and see if we can find some common ground on gun control.
No. That's my answer.
If you're John Cornyn, you're
John
saying
Cornyn, no. I'm not going to do that.
Cornyn will do that, though.
Yeah. Oh, of course he will. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah, big
and
time.
then if he had said no, then Romney would have been tapped to go over there and talk to him.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did I send in the Frank Luntz thing talking about gun control and how to word things? Oh my gosh.
McConnell knows it looks better to have the Texas senator doing that.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Because he knows Ted Cruz isn't going to.
Not a chance.
What's the thing that Frank Luntz pollster guy says?
This is weird because Frank Luntz is.
Okay, I don't know anything.
Conservative?
Is he?
Used to be?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know about that.
Here's what he tweeted. Pro tip. Call it gun safety instead of gun control.
Okay.
Gun control makes it irreversibly political. Gun safety is something everyone can agree on.
I mean,
he's always doing that kind of stuff, though.
Yeah.
He loves to find new phrases for things that test
want.
better than others.
Call it what you want, bro.
Yeah, call it what you. Don't call it capitalism. Call it the free market. That's what you do.
Yes.
That was his little suggestion as well. Don't call it capitalism. Capitalism has a bad connotation to it. Call it the free market. People like the free market. Didn't matter. Doesn't matter what. We still have commies in office trying to push their agenda down our throats. But gun control or gun safety, no thank you. I mean, gun safety, obviously, but that's not what he really means when he says gun safety.
Correct.
You want to be safe with your gun, of course. But what they're talking about is limiting our gun usage or ability to buy it or ability to use it. I mean, this is going to get ugly. They are really pushing it this time. Of course, I didn't think we'd get past the Sandy Hook situation, but we did. We somehow managed it, and we'll see. We'll see if this happens this time. But they have a lot of momentum right now.
Yes, they do.
To bring about gun safety laws and put those into effect, and just eliminate the Second Amendment.
It's all for your safety. All for your safety. The children.
It is, right.
The children. It's important.
Right. It's for the children. We love the children. Love the 12-year-old boy children, especially. Pathead Devin Crossley sent this over to us. Gun logic. Number 1. 11 teens die each day because of texting while driving. Maybe it's time to raise the age of smartphone ownership to 21. 2. If gun control laws actually worked, Chicago would be Mayberry, USA. Yeah, where the sheriff doesn't even need a gun. Remember those days? Those days don't come back. The Second Amendment makes more women equal than the entire feminist movement. Yep. That's the truth.
That is.
Legal gun owners have 300 million guns and probably 1 trillion rounds of ammo. Seriously, folks, if we were the problem, you'd know it.
Amen to that.
That's good.
Number 5, when JFK was killed, nobody blamed the rifle. Pfft. The NRA, National Rifle Association, murders 0 people and receives $0 in government funds. Planned Parenthood kills 350,000 babies every year and receives $500 million in tax dollars annually.
That's gross.
Such a great point, though. Number 7, I have no problem with vigorous background checks when it comes to firearms. While we're at it, let's do the same when it comes to immigration, voter ID, and candidates running for office.
Mm-hmm. Oh, candidates running for office?
I mean, that's one thing. We should have background checks when you purchase weapons. I mean,
and we do.
You can't just,
we do.
No, but I'm saying, so if you go in, like today.
Like today, I go into
you can just buy a gun.
Yeah.
You just buy a gun.
They're going to do a background check.
No, you're saying they should add that to the thing. Because right now you can just go and pick one off the shelf and walk right out. Yeah.
Sometimes they don't even make you pay for it. That's how easy it is to obtain a gun. Just go ahead and take that AR, would you?
Are you taking that self-checkout? All right, got it.
Self-checkout on the gun. Yeah, so what Jeffy's saying is that there should be a system in place.
There should be a system in place.
Where they check.
You have to answer questions on a computer monitor, and then you stand there and you wait, and you're like, oh, I'm sorry, it's taking long today. And
computers
looks
are
like
slow.
the database is down today. You have to come back tomorrow. That's never happened.
Well, I don't want that because that would slow me down in my purchase.
Right.
And it would slow down Hunter Biden, who's going to lie on his form, but we're not going to address that.
No, nobody lies. If there were a
way. I meant if there were a system in place.
Lie.
Mm-hmm.
I hesitate to tell this story because it's, it happened 30 years ago. And we wouldn't attempt the same radio stunt today. But there was a time when Glenn and I might have dressed up as clowns on the way to a birthday party and tried to purchase a firearm.
Yes.
Just to see if it would happen. We weren't obviously going to take the firearm. We just wanted to see what they would do.
Oh, no.
Keep in mind, it was a different time.
Way different time.
And this was all for on-air purposes. The guy would not only did he not sell us a gun, this is how easy it is to obtain a weapon. The FBI showed up the next day while we were having a meeting in our conference room at the radio station about, I don't know what anymore, but the FBI shows up, wants to talk to us.
Wow.
I'm like,
wow.
Okay, that was probably not smart.
Maybe we don't do that.
Maybe we shouldn't have done that.
Let's put that bit on a shelf.
I disagree.
Yeah, do you?
I disagree wholeheartedly.
Do you?
Yeah, you know what?
Nothing bad was happening. It was a radio bit.
Yes.
Get out.
Let's take that segment out of the best of show.
Yes. But they take it seriously.
Yeah, they do.
They really do. And it is not easy to purchase a gun because you do have to go through the background check. Sometimes you got to wait a while, and you can't just walk in there, give them your card, and walk out with the gun. That is not happening.
No.
They keep bringing up the gun show sales as if that is a massive problem, that every one of these shooters has gotten their gun from a gun show where they had no background check. And by the way, they have background checks at the gun show.
No, it's impossible because they just don't you just walk in and take a gun?
No, you don't.
You don't have to go to self-checkout at the gun shows.
I think the only time is when like a person like you sell it to a family member or
yeah, there is one. There is a way, and I'm not familiar with exactly what it is.
I don't know that any of these killers have
ever done that.
No. I don't think they've ever obtained a gun that way. And yet that's what you hear about all the time because I think that's the one loophole in the gun check.
And the whole having to have a gun, wait till you're 21 years of age. Okay, well then I don't want my 18-year-old son having to go into the military at 18.
Where they give you a gun to go shoot people?
Yeah. Weird how that works.
It is. It's weird. All right. More Pat Gray Unleashed coming up. Welcome. 888-900-3393. Also at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. Got some tweets here. Keith's missing digit tweets. Pat, you're seeing Obama's third term with President Puddinhead. Yeah, we've talked about that.
We kind of need to rethink that, I think.
I don't know. I mean, he at least could speak without dementia.
Well,
at least.
That's true.
Even if all of this is his agenda, and it may well be. He might be the guy. I don't know. Or it could be somebody even shadowier.
You just can't tell in our democracy.
Right. That's right. Majorly flawed tweets. Who's running this country? Obama, Biden, or Biden? Whoever it is, they're doing a crappy job. Bob Loblaw's tweets, gun safety laws? I prefer self-defense laws.
There it is.
Not your trained monkeypox. Legislative policy, like gun control, shouldn't be determined based on emotion. And from Trump 1, how about we have separate gas pumps? Everyone who voted for Trump pays $2 a gallon. Those who voted Biden pay $10 a gallon.
Boy, there's something we're not talking about anymore, huh?
Yeah,
Boy,
the gun.
no kidding.
Yes.
Gas prices.
Gas prices, inflation, all of that stuff flew out the window, didn't it?
Now, the price of gas, I was driving in this morning. Thank you for the updated graphic there, Rob. The price of gas yesterday hit an all-time high of $4.60. And the guy on the news report this morning said it's gone down 1/1000th of a cent. And it's now back to $4.59. And I'm just shut up.
I mean, it was $4.17 driving in here this
yeah.
morning. Yeah, I mean, the average price, it looked like most of them were at $4.25 on the way in.
I actually paid, a week and a half ago, I paid $5. Well, it's $4.99.
Right.
So I paid $5 a gallon.
For the premium.
Yes, yeah, for the Supreme, whatever it is.
Right.
Yesterday, I paid $189.9 or $4.89. I wish it was $189.9.
I was like,
I paid $4.89.9.
Don't say what gas station it was for the $189, but we have to go off the air now.
So it was 10 cents cheaper a gallon. I don't know how that happened or when or why, but I'll take it. Instead of $104, it was $97 to fill up.
It was definitely like I paid $4.17. And the other day it was like $4.32 or something. So I mean,
and what's the
that's
tote? What's the tote when you're done? How much does it cost
the
to fill
tote?
up your tank?
I put in a quick 5. I put in a quick gallon, and then I'm done. That's all I can do.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So I put in $4, and I go in, and I put my 17 cents on the counter. And I got my gallon.
That's exactly what I used to do as a teenager. Just here's $1 worth. But of course, $1 then.
Got
gave you 3/4 of the tank.
Got you a few gallons, no doubt about it.
Okay, I guess apparently musicians are starting to drop out of the NRA convention.
Oh, really? Because I thought one I knew of, Don McLean.
McLean.
He was the first one.
Dropped out. The guy
was
who
the very
did
first
American
one.
Pie.
Yeah.
Vincent, Castles in the Air.
He just couldn't do it. So he
No,
was the first one. But I saw there were other performers.
Larry Gatlin.
He's pulling?
It looked like
Wow.
CNN was just interviewing him, and I thought, why is Larry Gatlin? Oh, okay, he's pulling out of the NRA.
Okay. Now, the other performer that I saw was going to be there, and I don't know that he's going to pull out or not. I don't know if he's going to be able to arrive there on time because he may still be singing.
No.
Lee Greenwood.
Yeah.
He may still be singing along on the East Coast.
Well, no,
I'm not sure.
In West Virginia.
Yeah.
There's a couple things. He's still singing, correct.
Okay.
But he did pull out as well.
Oh, he did?
He did.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Because Abbott pulled out.
What they should do is postpone their convention.
I mean, it was
It's
started
too late
yesterday,
now.
right?
Yeah, it's too late now.
I mean, that's a huge investment for everyone involved.
Yep.
To cancel it. I'm kind of with you. I mean, I feel like they maybe should have. But Abbott said he's going to give a recorded address. He's not going to show up. He'll be in Uvalde. And I think Cruz was still scheduled to be there.
Oh, yeah. Let's.
There it is.
Oh, yeah.
There's the proof.
Okay, we're
He's still there.
still in.
Yeah, that's why. I mean, that's
in
why
West Virginia.
That's why I canceled the NRA.
Yeah.
He's not going to be able to make it.
That's the real reason. He's on stanza 4,900,000,000.
the music set that just wouldn't stop. What was that? 2002.
We've been. I tell you,
2003.
I've
It's
been
been
at
a 20-year concert.
Yes, it absolutely has.
It did feel like it that day.
It felt like it multiple times with that guy. Multiple times with that
Lee,
guy.
we all want to go home.
Stop it!
And he wouldn't. He just kept going.
That one place we were at, they shut his mic off. They shut, and he still did it. He still sang.
He did.
Oh.
Incredible.
Anyway.
So Abbott's not going to be there. Lee Greenwood's not going to be there. Larry Gatlin apparently pulled out. I mean, and here's the other thing. The NRA of today is not the NRA of yesteryear. they do not have the same pull. They do not have the same gravitas that they once had.
They've really poisoned that well.
Yeah, they have. Yeah. It's just not the same. I mean, they try to make the Democrats still make the NRA the boogeyman.
Yeah.
Of course, they're the big, horrible gun people who are responsible for all of these deaths. It's so ridiculous. But I don't know that the NRA has the bite they did before. No, I really don't think so. They've had a lot of problems in the last 5 to 10 years. Yeah.
So we'll see. And I know that, I know a lot, everybody's pulling out. And it does feel like they should have at least,
postponed.
Yeah. Now's not the time, but there's so much money involved for everyone, the city, the sponsors, everyone. I mean, it's
a big convention.
Yeah, it is. It's huge.
So, yep. But it would have been advisable. Of course, this last minute, you would have had all kinds of people with reservations.
I know. That's what I'm saying. All that money. I mean, I better get my money back for the Larry Gatlin show. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, were you really counting on that?
Oh, man.
Yeah. I was going to go see Lee Greenwood again because, man.
If he'd only finish in West Virginia.
Yeah, there he is. So he wouldn't have been there.
You booked a trip to West Virginia?
No, I think they're going to pipe it in to Houston from West Virginia. So
seems cumbersome.
Let's join Lee already in progress.
Mm-hmm. But look who the NRA has to get because it can't get anybody, current.
Right.
I mean, these are all dinosaurs of music. Larry Gatlin from the Gatlin Brothers. Okay, what, an 80s, early 80s kind of band.
Yeah.
Lee Greenwood from the 80s. Don McLean from the 70s. The early 70s, by the way. American Pie, Vincent, and Castles in the Air all happened from 70 to 72-ish.
That's a great wave that he's rode, man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Holy cow.
He's come a long way on those 3 hits.
Good for him. Yes, he has. Good for him.
So it's not like they're getting, contemporary artists to show up. No. Nobody dares play for the NRA. The Democrats have done a really good job of demonizing the NRA. And everybody who has a gun, for that matter. And it's amazing because the Democrat Party is a death cult. They just are a death cult. They're teaching our children that life doesn't mean anything. They're the ones, not the NRA. The Democrats are teaching that to our kids. Not only do they love and worship at the altar of abortion, but they become so extreme that they're now even condoning killing a baby after birth. I mean, you can't get any more death cult than that. So our youth of today is supposed to respect human life when they've got this example from the Democrats. Radical leftists are celebrating their abortions now. They have pep rallies for abortion. They celebrated the violence during the Summer of Destruction, the Summer of Unity from BLM and Antifa.
Unification.
That was all great to them. That was fantastic to them. So are you telling me that the NRA is more responsible than the Democrat Party? Bull crap. Are you telling me there's no correlation between these Democrats and their lack of concern for human life and the death cult they've become and what's happening with these shootings? Of course there's a correlation. They're much more responsible than the NRA is or could ever be. And I'm sick and tired of hearing from these Democrats that the NRA is the big boogeyman. It's not. 888-900-3393. Also at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. This is kind of interesting, too. Apparently, Colin Kaepernick is working out with the Los Angeles Raiders. You aware of that? That he's trying to join the slave trade again?
Oh, no. He's an enabler.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's really bad. I don't know. Wasn't it his documentary that
it's his movie, I thought,
showed us how bad it was?
Yeah.
Let's here's a little reminder of the slave trade the NFL is.
His take a knee protests rocked the NFL, and now Colin Kaepernick's causing controversy with his new Netflix series in which he compares the way the NFL scouts for players to the slave trade.
Yeah, look
Here's
at
Les
that.
Trent.
They're becoming
Colin Kaepernick is at the center of a new controversy over this scene from his new Netflix series, Colin in Black and White. Actors playing prospective NFL players who dramatically turn into slaves headed to the auction block.
Gosh.
Yep, the former NFL player compares the league's draft process to the slave auction block.
The NFL Scouting Combine happens every February. Prospects for the NFL draft attend a week of skill and endurance tests. At one stage, all players are weighed and measured wearing only shorts.
Before they put you on the field, teams poke, prod, and examine you, searching for any defect that might affect your performance. No boundary respected, no dignity left intact.
Look at this here.
That's why I'm surprised you're trying to do it again.
The scene cuts back and forth between slave owners and coaches. On Fox News, a former NFL player slammed Kaepernick.
A process of someone living their dream, going to the National Football League, comparing that to slavery, it's gone overboard.
The film's co-creator Ava DuVernay appeared on CBS Mornings. Co-anchor Nate Burleson, a former NFL player, weighed in.
I remember going to pro days in the combine, sitting there with my shirt off and shorts, and them, seeing how big my hands were and how happy I was once I got on the scale. The difference is slavery was free labor. Now these young men and women who come from circumstances that might be harsh have a chance to reset financially.
Yeah, reset. You bet.
You bet.
Reset to millionaire status. Some slave trade.
Wow. Yeah, I can think of a couple of differences between the NFL and slavery.
Can you really?
Oh, can you, Whitey?
Yeah. Like you didn't have to join the NFL.
You didn't have to join the NFL.
That's another difference.
Right. You didn't have a choice if you were going to be a slave there.
Right.
And again, I think Nate makes the point, the pay differential between the NFL and slavery.
Slightly different.
Just a little bit.
Oh, sure, they give you a little bit of compensation to measure you and look at you and poke and prod and measure you.
Before they,
there's a little bit of a difference.
Before they drop millions upon millions of dollars into your bank account, they want to check you out.
Right. I read one story about Colin that talked about he went to the University of Nevada, right, in college. And in the story, it talks about him going to Nevada and the only university to give him a scholarship.
Oh, my gosh.
And I thought, he's welcome.
Okay,
how often does that happen?
I got news for you.
A lot.
Josh Allen didn't get a look from anybody. He had to go to a JUCO and prove himself there, and thankfully had someone that he knew that enabled him to finally get noticed at Wyoming.
Tom Brady was a 6th round draft pick.
Right.
He almost got ignored by the NFL completely on draft day. It was just kind of a miracle the Patriots finally threw him a bone.
Yeah.
Jeez. I mean, it happens all the time where really good players, they turn out to be really good, but people didn't evaluate them that way in the beginning. Well, I mean, that happens all the time. All the time.
All the time.
First of all, maybe you weren't as good coming out of high school or college or whatever, and then you got better as time went on, or they just missed it, because that can happen. There's not a perfect system here for judging talent.
No, there's not. And humans get better.
Yes.
They evolve. They realize, that whole
start to work harder.
So hold on a second. Let me see if I have this right. The press is upset that he wasn't noticed for his football skills. That is the same thing as slavery. So, why would you even want to be a part of that to begin with?
No, you're
it's
right.
Just nothing is logical with
well,
them.
We'll see what happens.
Consistent.
I mean, no matter what, the Raiders will have to offer him a contract, right? No matter how he looks. Yeah.
Once you're in it.
Once you're in this, you're in it.
Yeah, it's amazing they made that commitment.
Right.
Because you're
no way
biting off maybe a lot more than you want to chew.
It's one thing to be one of 25 teams that show up to see him throw in a high school, stadium.
Put that in your locker room.
Right.
Oof.
And then is another to actually be the one that has him in front of just you. Now you're under a magnifying glass, Raiders. Enjoy.
Yeah.
And they're known for doing this, though, right? They're known for being the rebel team. And we like the rebel players, and they're welcome. Everybody's welcome here. We're a big, diverse group here with the Raiders. Well, okay, let's see how that works out for you with this guy. Good luck.
I know.
Because, first of all, he's not that good.
Right.
In fact, he's not good at all, really. When you look at his stats from he had one decent season. And that's about it.
The Raiders' starting quarterback,
Derek Carr.
Derek Carr. I mean, he just signed a new deal, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, he's their guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they know.
So you're bringing.
The article said he knows he's going to be a backup. He's just hoping for an injury.
Oh yeah,
and a payday.
He'd be
and
third
a payday,
string.
and we got that diversion in your locker room.
Yeah,
Who
I wouldn't
that?
want. No, I wouldn't. I would not. He's not talented enough to make it worthwhile. You know, if he's Tom Brady or Aaron Rodgers, maybe you take the shot at it. But not this guy.
No way.
He's got one of the lowest quarterback ratings in recent NFL history. He's terrible. He's not good. Yeah. And they act like he's the second coming of Joe Namath or Johnny Unitas. He's Bart Starr now all of a sudden. He's not.
We can't talk about Johnny Unitas in the NFL anymore. Move on.
Why not?
Why?
Yeah, they don't like him. They don't put him in any of their promos or anything.
Why?
Because he badmouthed them when Baltimore moved to Indianapolis. He hated the NFL.
Wow. Did he
letting
really?
that happen.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that either. I missed that whole thing.
Yeah. So, I mean, when you see promos of the NFL and stuff, it is rare. Maybe with Hall of Fame promos, you might catch a Unitas, but the NFL greatest quarterback promos and all that stuff, there's no Johnny Unitas.
They don't put him in it.
You don't see Johnny U.
Interesting.
In those
promos. Huh. Is he still alive?
No.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
He died
a while.
Not that long ago,
No,
though,
not
right?
that long ago, but he's...
Yeah. Huh.
Yeah, he's a persona non grata.
Wow. All right, 888-900-3393.
2002.
Not that long ago.
Oh, it has been.
Not that long ago.
Not that long ago.
Gosh,
Just
shut
the
It's
up.
other
only
day.
within 20 years. That's not bad. Huh. Welcome. Oh, wait.
Good morning, Americans. It's Friday.
Ah, yes. Indeed it is. And on this Friday, Top Gun opens today.
Got your tickets yet?
It opened Wednesday, didn't it?
Yeah, Wednesday night, Thursday.
Did it?
Yeah, they were.
Because I looked for it. I didn't see it at any theaters.
They had some special screenings for it, and I know that Jason Buttrell was looking to get tickets. He was saying that most of those places were all sold out already.
Oh, I see some openings at a theater near me. Of course, I'm not going to say where that is.
Interesting.
And it'll be gone.
Interesting.
Isn't it?
That's
Isn't it?
interesting.
No. Yeah, it is interesting. I know where to go.
I mean, when Jason lives in that neck of the woods, just saying.
Does he?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Yeah, he does.
Not anymore.
All you have to do is look at the map.
Thank you. Thank you.
Anyway, it opens today. I'm going to see it this weekend.
Are you?
Everybody is saying it's better than the original. So we'll see.
Not hard to do.
What? So you're not a Top Gun fan?
I mean, it's all right.
Gosh, you are just... How are we friends?
It's all right.
How is it possible?
It's all right. I said it was all right.
In common.
I said it was all right.
It's more than all right. Top Gun's a great movie.
I know, but
it's
Tom
a great
Cruise
movie.
is getting a little long in the tooth to be
He
the
looks
fighter.
the same as he did in
He
1985.
doesn't look the same, but
Pretty
he looks
close.
good.
Pretty
he
close.
doesn't look the same.
Pretty close.
He's had a number of cuts.
He's held up well.
A number of cuts.
No.
Oh my gosh, Pat.
Do you believe he's had
Stop.
cuts?
Stop. Just look.
He didn't look like it to me.
Yeah, if he has,
They've done a really good job if he has.
But I never thought that. I just want to say the biggest takeaway from this conversation is the fact that someone in this world considers Jeffy a friend.
Oh, how will I get by?
It'll be tough for you.
Yeah, well,
It'll be tough.
I don't know.
Yeah.
You haven't purchased the tickets? You think you're just going to stroll up there and just magically have tickets available?
Well, I already looked. They've got openings. They've got open seats that I can buy. So.
Well, when are you going to buy them?
I don't know. Sometime. Probably after the show. I probably won't buy them during the show.
Why? What are you doing during the breaks?
Now look at this. Look at that. Look at the kid. Okay, yes, he looks like he's 12 years old in the top one, but he's still
No, I said he still looks
damn
good,
handsome man. And tell me where the cuts are.
Oh, my gosh.
He looks
Look at how
completely
he's got
natural. You think everybody's had cuts. Everybody's had work done. Every single person is just work.
I mean, facts are facts on that. There's not plastic surgeons on every corner in Hollywood and in Texas for nothing.
I mean, drive down South Lake Boulevard and you'll see about 3,000
They got to rename that
Those
road.
$1 million homes.
Plastic Boulevard.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's awesome.
It is awesome. But I don't know. I'd like to hear if people believe that Tom Cruise has had
Yeah, that's a good
plastic
frivolous
surgery.
Friday topic. You know,
Yeah.
we should have that conversation, y'all.
Has Tom Cruise had plastic surgery?
100%.
I don't think so.
Don't make us talk
I don't
about
think
Colin Kaepernick.
Right?
That is our break from the world to talk about Colin Kaepernick. It shows you the state of the planet right now.
Yeah, and we're dangerously close to something else happening.
Do you think that individual's had work done?
Bill Shatner?
Yes.
Wait. Oh, Jesus.
Carmen Line.
Who's the dummy that says Carmen Line?
Description.
That's the Amazon guy.
I think he's deceased, right?
I think that's the guy that died. Yeah, the guy that died. The one guy died. Yeah.
Oh, already?
Yeah.
What happened?
Some fallout from space. I don't know.
He got some weird space disease.
Oh, I'm telling you.
From this incident, apparently.
Oh.
I love this so much. Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Come on.
I can't believe this.
Oh, yeah.
He's such a weird guy.
This is so awesome.
What a weird response to being in
I
space.
love it so much. Have you been in space? Thank you.
I have not.
Thank you.
That's what we thought, sir.
Yeah, you thought correctly. I have not been in space, but I'm positive my reaction wouldn't be like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, whatever.
Yeah. Okie doke.
I'm telling you.
Carmen Line.
Oh.
So that guy died.
Yeah, I think that's the guy
Yeah,
that died.
That's kind of sad.
I know. Oh, well.
What are you going to do?
Move on.
Okay. Ouch.
Yeah.
Too soon.
Ouch, yes. Definitely.
We don't
too
even know
soon.
his name, and I'm over here.
I can't remember who it was.
Did you know Montana has an old law that says if a student rides their horse to school, the school principal has to feed and tend to the horse throughout the day?
That's awesome.
It's the law. It's the law.
So it looks like Mr. DeBrooker has his work cut out for him today because everybody rode their horse to school.
Oh, that is.
Do we have that photo? Yeah, there it is.
Incredible senior prank. That's
Weird.
excellent.
That is a great prank.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is.
Really good.
That's fun. So did the principal take care of the horses
He
all
better,
day?
unless it's
it's
scoff
the
law,
law, right?
otherwise, right?
It's the law.
He'd have locked his butt up if he didn't.
Oh, that happened in Missoula, Montana,
Missoula, yeah.
which is the San Francisco of Montana.
Oh, interesting.
It's a college town.
Mm-hmm.
So
I think that's the next population boom.
Montana?
Yeah. Or no, Missoula specifically. Yeah, after driving through there last year, and because I accurately predicted. Well, okay, anyway, so Denver, of course, was where Californians moved to, and then I said, well, now Boise's going to get ruined, and it's well on its way.
Yeah,
and then
it
I
is.
think the next stop is Missoula.
Geez, you know what?
I
The
find that hard
population-
to believe, though.
You know what the population of the Boise area is now? I mean, that used to be it was not a teeny tiny town, but it was like 100,000. 765,000 in the metro area or something. Yeah. It's incredible, the growth. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's incredible.
And it's beautiful. I mean,
it is.
I know why.
Boise's
It's
great.
beautiful. I love Boise. But I'd be hard-pressed to say that Missoula is going to be the next growth, the next boom town.
No, I'm just saying.
I think if you were to ask, you ask 10 people.
I'm two
if you had
for
to move,
two.
Where would you move?
I'm two
you
for
might
two.
get one that says Boise, maybe. But I don't think you're going to get
Most of them are
something-
coming here,
I
sadly.
know you'd be hard-pressed for somebody to go, you know what? My family and I were just talking about moving to Missoula. I don't think that's going to happen.
It's just a funny statement, really.
All right, just you wait. Just you wait. I got Denver and Boise right. And next town that's going to be ruined, but sounds like Pat says it's already been ruined, is Missoula.
Oh,
yeah.
It's just they've got a head start since they're a college town.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, all of Montana is nice. I mean, it's beautiful. It's just a beautiful state.
It's the greatest state.
It's a great place to be from. There's nothing to do there, but there's no money to be made there.
I mean, the kids are so out of control. They're riding horses to the high school for their senior break.
See how out of control?
I know.
Right. You notice that wasn't Helena, because in Helena, they all brought their guns and killed each other. That's what happened there.
I see.
Which is why no one says that we want to move to Helena.
Right.
No, the next boomtown is Missoula.
Right.
Let's be clear.
Also, Pathead Scott Sweatman sent us this cool jetpack video.
Oh, I think this
I
is
love
awesome.
the jetpack videos. We're hearing all these reports from pilots about the jetpack people being up like 5,000 feet high with them.
In particular,
that's
there's one guy, they think it's one guy in California that really screws. The pilots are like, look out. I mean, they're
that's scary.
A little dangerous.
Check this out.
See, this one seems different than what you're talking about, the 5,000 feet up in the air.
Yeah.
Because I'm assuming he's staying close to the ground because it's pushing with so much force off of the ground.
Right.
Maybe not. I don't know. He seems like he's staying really close, though.
It's really going fast, too. Wow.
That's cool.
And these are coming, I think the propulsion, if I'm not mistaken, is coming off of his arms, right? He's aiming it to the ground.
Well, he's not flapping them very hard.
Yeah.
Huh.
I'll take one of those, please.
Be fun.
Oh, cool.
Scary.
I'm
If
guessing
you crash,
I'm
it's
guessing
gonna hurt.
that I wouldn't be able to get up as high as him. I'm just a thought. I don't
Like,
know
could
if
you
that's
get
true.
an inch off the ground?
If
is the
that were a
question.
Jeffy video on the jetpack, it would be just dragging his
I'm
heels
not moving.
in the ground. It'd be just rocks kicking
What's going
everywhere.
I mean, I need a special fat guy jetpack is what I want.
That guy jetpack. Yeah.
I mean, jetpack always seemed like, something way out in the future. And now we're seeing it all the time.
Yeah.
So.
Still want the flying cars.
Yeah, I do too.
I don't know if you want to do this or not, but I want to get your opinion, both of you guys, on the UFO video that someone sent to us this morning out of Arizona. You want to play that, Rob? Because what do you think of this? Look at these guys. They're just sitting there. See that?
So not prepared for this.
Okay. Get your camera set up here. Okay. All right.
Okay.
All right. Get it steady. Steady it, man. All right. So there's just these two bright lights out there, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if.
Is that a street light?
No. There's these two orbs out there.
Is it a helicopter?
That's what people are wondering, if it's two helicopters, because then the flare goes up eventually. Hang on. Eventually.
So somebody's setting up a flare?
Yeah. So they think that maybe this is a military thing.
Look at those
There
guys.
it goes.
What in the? Oh my God.
So.
Holy dude.
Like, is that?
Oh my God.
It's almost like it's being.
Dude, you gotta kidding me.
So what do you think? Anything? Is it helicopters?
I think it's helicopters.
Hovering there?
Yeah.
Or are we shooting them down with those?
Helicopters and flares.
Okay, so not missiles and UFOs?
No.
Oh, well. All right, well, it was worth a shot.
They said, the Pentagon said that we've never fired on one of these UFOs.
Right.
Never. Which is interesting because
and you can't doubt the Pentagon.
Right, they wouldn't lie.
I kind of think
They
we should
would
try
not
that.
lie.
Right.
We should kind of test their defenses, I think. If it's just the one.
I don't know if I want to piss them off.
Yeah. You know,
I don't. Yeah, I think it's a good
behind
idea.
the baggage claim.
What'd you say?
You might end up behind the baggage claim. It's kind of woozy coming back out.
That's a deep reference there. I like it.
Thank you.
That was from the fight in the airport the other
Newark,
day.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy came out pretty woozy.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is,
Got back up though.
If it's just the one ship, we could take him. Take the one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Sure.
I mean,
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know if he was.
But I also agree with that line of thought. Yeah, let's leave well enough alone.
Yeah.
Maybe we just don't push our luck.
I think one ship is probably plenty to take us. If they're that advanced that they can, if they're that advanced that they can get here, then they're way beyond what we can do.
Yeah.
Way beyond. So, yeah, I don't want to piss them off. And so far, apparently, we haven't, because if they're here, they haven't done anything to us, except for the space exams.
Right, the probes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Jeffy's into that, though.
The space
Well, I don't know about
gynecologist.
into it, but what are you going to do? Business.
Space gynecologist giving anal probes. I guess that's happened. So,
what's your there?
Or
What's your
some
in
people
it?
talk about something in their neck, right? That there's
Yeah.
some sort of implant or something.
Yes.
There. I don't know. Who knows? I think it's the Chinese doing that to us.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Do you honestly?
No.
Oh. Okay.
No.
I don't even know what to believe anymore.
No, the chips are from the wet markets.
Yeah.
Everybody knows that.
Yeah.
Duh.
Right. Stupid.
Yeah, my
Come
bad.
on.
My bad.
We have to explain everything to you, Keith.
Yes.
All right. Let me tell you about preborn, because throughout the world, the leading cause of death is abortion. In the U.S., murder has become a wholesale business since Roe v. Wade. Hopefully that'll stop now, or at least it won't stop, but maybe it will get better. In the meantime, we can help with this problem by contributing to an ultrasound for an expectant mother. Because once the expectant mother sees the ultrasound, she's 80% more likely to choose life for her baby. And then when she does choose life, then Preborn provides maternity and baby clothes, diapers, car seats, counseling, whatever they need for free of charge. And that all costs money. So if you can contribute, they would greatly appreciate it. Whether it's $28 to buy one ultrasound, $144 buys 5 ultrasounds. But please help us rescue babies' lives this year. We're trying to rescue 50,000. To donate, dial pound 250, say the keyword baby. That's pound 250, keyword baby, or go to preborn.com/Pat. All right, let's go to John in Mississippi. Hey, John, you're on the Blaze.
Hey, morning, bingo.
Yeah.
Yeah, baby.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
So you got the blackout situation.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think we need to go
You want me to
through.
go through the whole
No.
How did you get blackout, John?
Hey, let me tell you something, though. It's kind of weird.
Okay.
Because it started with Jeffy's third tail and ended with Jeffy's business.
That's a good point.
And then
You're
played
welcome.
Shatner.
Yes, and then the
I know.
Shatner in between.
That's awesome
Yeah.
stuff right there, guys. So I love that so much.
All right, did we get you set up with the $30 merchandise?
Yeah, you got it. You
All
guys
right.
have a good weekend.
Thanks a lot,
Thank
John.
you.
Thanks for listening. 888-900-3393. By the way, if you want some merchandise, you can go to Pat Gray. Wait. Yes, PatGrayShop.com.
You got it.
Right? It's just that easy. It's just that easy. And if you want some great cookies, you can go to Kexi.com. Just thought I'd throw that in there as well. Some really good cookies. And the spring line is about to end on June 1st. So if you want, like the lemon lavender and the coconut caramel, you got to get those now.
I mean,
because they go away on June 1st, and we
Summer
bring in
isn't
Our hands are out. I don't know.
we bring in
Thank
a
you.
whole bunch of new
I mean,
ones.
summer isn't until, the 20th of June or something.
Right.
There's still time.
So
No, there's not time. It's June 1st for these. Okay.
If you've got some merch you need to clear out, you got
Yeah.
a couple
Yeah, okay.
willing
I'll keep that in mind. Thank you. That's
you.
really generous of you to
On-
offer.
On June
Eat up our
1st,
cookies.
you think to yourself, man, look at this stuff we've got in the back here. Just bring it in.
Oh, we have a Star Wars special cookie too. A special Star Wars cookie, I guess, would be a better way to put that. And it's got the white chocolate and the dark and the other just normal chocolate. So it's the light side and the dark side. And it's and macadamia nuts in there.
Cute.
Really delicious. Really, really good.
I bet it is.
But today is
Probably have to go to Kexi.com to get
Kexi,
it.
you probably would. You'd probably have to go to Kexi.com to get it. That's a good point. But today is the debut of Obi-Wan Kenobi on the Disney Channel, Disney Plus.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. So that starts today in addition to Top Gun. So a couple of really good entertainment options, I think. I mean, I hope. Looks like Obi-Wan Kenobi is going to be good. And Ewan McGregor is the star of it. Yeah, it's kind of amazing that they got him for that.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see. We'll see how that works out.
Wait a minute. I literally am just looking at this. The jetpacks that we saw.
Mm-hmm.
Jeffy was talking about doing this. Oh my gosh, you got to be between 5 foot and 7 foot, and
I'm in.
the weight limit is between 85 pounds
I'm
and Maximum of 330.
Oh, sorry, Jeffy.
And that's what M says here. Sorry, Jeffy.
You're out. Dang.
Shoot.
Dang it.
Look, fat, look.
So you're not even close. So
You got a goal now. You got a goal. And you just got to get down to the 330.
you get down to 330 and you're in.
I'm going to protest. I think I'm pissed. I'm being discriminated against.
Hey, I didn't invent the jetpack, bro. It's not my deal. Sorry. Something to work for. Something to work. Oh,
Sorry.
come on. Be motivated.
It's really sad now. Look at him. He's hurt.
He's
He's hurt.
I'm so angry. I need to lose weight. Did you bring any Kexi cookies?
No, I did not.
Okay, darn it.
London Theatre has added a trigger warning to Shakespeare's Julius Caesar. This is not a Babylon Bee article. London wants to ensure theater goers do not receive a figurative surprise stab in the back by the violence depicted in its performance of Shakespeare's The Tragedy of Julius Caesar.
They know it's a real story, right?
Attendees are warned that the play, about one of the most famous assassinations in history, features depictions of war, self-harm, and suicide, contains violence, stage blood, and weapons including guns and knives. Have people who go to this not seen, I don't know, entertainment before?
Did
Come
Julius
on.
Caesar had guns?
Including guns and knives.
Wow, wait
Okay.
a minute. Hold on a second.
All right.
Now I'm curious.
That's a good it's a good question.
Good catch, Jeffy.
The warning comes on the website for tickets for the play, which is set to run July to September.
This is just an all-encompassing disclaimer.
I guess.
Yeah.
The play will also feature increased diversity in its cast, okay, with Marcus Junius Brutus, Caesar's male friend who assassinates him, being portrayed by Anna Critchlow, a black British actress. Why is that okay? Why?
What?
If you ever replaced a woman with a man,
Oh, gosh.
all hell would break loose. But it's okay. An actual man who did actual things in real history is now replaced by a woman. Why? And a black woman at that. That doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. They can be in other plays. You don't have to jam them into this one. I can't take it. I can't take it. The Tragedy of Julius Caesar was first performed in 1599. You saw that performance, didn't you, Jeffy?
Did.
Yeah.
Which made me, that's why I asked, Julius Caesar had guns?
That's not how I remember it.
And it's remained a critically acclaimed classic centuries later.
How was that original cast anyway?
That was all right. Yeah.
I mean, they didn't have the.
No, they did not.
They didn't have the black actress.
They did not have the
playing.
all-inclusive cast, I'll
In
tell
fact,
you that.
they probably had all men, and and when there was a woman part, they were dressed up as women.
And how did you feel when they started
It
letting?
was like you're almost there with me.
When women started playing women's roles in plays, how did that make you feel?
Well, I mean, we had to give in a little.
Okay.
So tickets for the performance at the Globe Theater range from $31.47 to $78.06.
Well, that's not bad.
U.S. currency. So there you have it.
There you have it. Okay.
There you have it.
Good.
I love this story because it just shows the trajectory we're on right now. The San Francisco Unified School District is at it again. This time they're saving the Native American population from the horrors of employees who have chief in their job titles.
Oh, my gosh.
Chief is being cut from San Francisco Unified School District's vocabulary so that they don't trigger Native Americans who've gone all these years in life with living with the horror that is
being triggered.
Chief among like chief executive officer, chief financial officer.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Editor-in-chief.
All right,
What are we calling them now? What are we replacing chief with?
What are you doing over there? Sounds like you're trying to trigger us, man.
Division chiefs that includes 12 female chiefs and chief of labor relations.
Are we just formally chief?
Holding down the fort for biological males. While there are many opinions on the matter, our leadership team agreed that given that Native American members of our community have expressed concerns over the use of the title. Have they?
Have they?
And by the way, this is not a Native American term. It's French, which is maybe reason enough to get rid of it.
Thank
But
you.
still,
I'm almost with you.
Yeah, now you're not really making the case.
Right. But Members of our community, the Native American members, have expressed concerns over the use of the title, and we no longer are going to use it. God, that's unbelievable.
Have they expressed concerns?
Yeah.
Chief, from Old French, meaning leader, ruler, head of something. Capital city. Modern French, chef. So it's derived from the word chef in French.
Oh, wait a minute. Joe
to call him
Biden.
boss.
He needs to change up Commander-in-Chief.
Oh, yeah.
To be inclusive,
that
bro.
actually probably will
Right?
happen.
Yeah, don't give him any ideas.
I know.
It will happen.
Ugh.
We already heard it? It already
Yeah.
happened? Oh, okay. I didn't notice that.
We're waiting on you.
Sorry.
Bro.
We need some
Wasn't
kind
paying
of code
attention.
word or something.
Maybe Pat Gray returns would be helpful.
Yeah, that would be good if we could do something like
Pat
that. Can we
Gray.
do something? Pat Gray is here. Something like that.
Yeah, write
Pat
that.
Gray returns.
There you go.
Thank you.
Nice
See?
job. Thank you.
That
Why
was
didn't we have
fast
that
work.
earlier?
Corby, man, that was quick.
That's exactly what we need. Thank you, Corby. So we've been hearing new things about what happened in Uvalde the other day, and some of it's pretty disturbing.
Yeah, it kind of is.
I mean, I don't understand how police were outside that school for 40 minutes or an hour, whatever it was, with the gunman inside in that classroom that whole time. It's just amazing.
And obviously we're going to get, more information. It's an evolving situation, and the timeline is, we're learning more about the timeline. But one of the things that we found out it looks like is true now that we talked about earlier in this show was that our shooter was part of the thing 4 years ago, right? That was him.
It sounds like it because there were threats.
He was arrested.
Well,
that's what they
the
said.
story that we read earlier talked about middle school kids planning an event their senior year 2022. So we thought, I wonder if that's him. This morning, we see a congressman has confirmed that he was arrested in 2018.
When he would have been 14 years old.
Yeah. I mean,
Planning something for his senior year, which is this year, and he carried it out. Wow.
If true.
Wow.
If
true.
If true. And it gets back to also the timeline with the police and the school, because we heard the kid talk about the police officers getting shot, or officers. I don't know if they were police officers or border patrol agents or school security or whoever they were, getting shot when he was in the school hiding under the table, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we saw one report where a girl said that she was hiding and playing dead so that she wouldn't get shot.
She rubbed the blood of somebody
Yes.
else on her, didn't she?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, that's smart. Horrific.
Either
but
one.
smart.
I know.
Also, did police go into the school to get their own children, but they didn't go in to get the other kids?
Yeah, I don't understand this clip.
Listen to this. Watch.
And we've also heard word that a Border Patrol agent was struck with gunfire, a few officers shot. We've heard that some law enforcement officers actually went into school to get their kids out. Can you talk about that?
Right, so what we do know, Vanessa, right now that there was some police officers, families trying to get their children out of the school because it was an active shooter situation right now. It's a terrible situation right now. And of course, just as we mentioned, the loss of life, it's just terrible. It's a terrible tragedy when that took place.
What?
But again, we got to keep acknowledging those brave men and women that actually were there on scene that met this suspect. And of course,
okay, yeah, but you said something else that I'm kind of hung up on, though.
Yeah, that they went in to get their own kids.
Bro.
But there were many parents who wanted to go in and get their kids.
Yes.
The cops could do that, but not the other parents. And the cops weren't going in general to kill this guy at first. They were waited for 40 minutes.
I've got questions. And
yeah, there's some problems there.
This is going to be ugly.
Well, we'll see what the timeline says. I mean, we know that the police officers were in there, or officers were in there, from the one kid saying that they were shot, right, in the room. He shot the officers, or shot at them, and they backed off, right? We know that some officers were shot.
That apparently happened at the beginning, though.
Right. So, after that, now you're looking at, them trying to reassess the situation, evacuate the other kids. We know where he's at. I mean, I hate to be the one to stick up for the police. Because normally I have my questions, and I have my questions here too. But, the situation is is a difficult situation for
I
everyone
will say,
involved.
though, if they were getting their own kids and not allowing other parents to do the same, they were holding them down in some cases.
Well, but do you want parents? You'd have to do that to me too.
Yeah,
you'd have to do that to me as well.
Yes.
No question. But looking at it from an officer's point of view, I don't want parents running around that school.
No, I know.
Looking for the
I know.
shooter.
But you got cops running around that school looking for their kids.
We're going to have to untangle this mess. By the way, speaking of untangling this mess, John Roberts from Fox News just reported that regarding the report from Representative Tony Gonzalez that we just referenced, the new information that there was an arrest of 2 Uvalde students in 2018, it may not have been the shooter.
And that, and if he was he's a minor, right? We shouldn't have that information anyway. We're getting that information now. I know they talked about him not having a record that they knew of at the original press conference, at the Beto press conference, and someone made reference to if he was a minor and had a record, we wouldn't know that right now. Those records are all sealed, so we'll see. Again,
Will we? We may not get these answers.
I know.
We may not.
I know.
There's still a lot of unanswered questions. There's no answers from the Vegas shooting. Remember when the 50-some people were killed?
That's solved.
Think about that often.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nobody. We never got answers on that. Who is that guy? Why did he do that? We don't know. Nobody knows.
That was a lot of trouble.
Yep.
To carry that out.
So, well, I guess we'll just wait and see. Wait and see what happens. But there do seem to be some incongruities here.
There does seem to be some incongruities.
Yeah, yes. Some things that are not accurate. Maybe reporting that's not accurate. Still, we may not have all of the facts even now. I'm sure we don't. And so we'll see what shakes out in the next couple of days. And maybe by Monday things will clear up a little bit. It'll look better for. Oh. But right now looks kind of weird for law enforcement. I can't understand the 40-minute situation.
Are you going to be here Monday?
I'm not.
Oh, Tuesday. Right. Yeah.
Celebrate Memorial Day. Remember our heroes.
Yep.
There will be a best of playing, by the way.
Okay. Oh, so you're not going to be
Thank
here.
you. Yeah, no, I'm not going to be here.
You can show
Why?
up.
Did you want to come in and do
I
the
was
show with me?
I would.
Would you? On
Sure.
Memorial Day? You'd
Why
come
not?
in? Really?
What the heck? What am I going to do? Stay home with the family?
No, you don't want to do that.
No.
The sad thing is, it's really.
Does she know it's
that's
Memorial
true,
Day?
Right?
You just leave the house and be like, I gotta
gotta go.
But it's Monday. You're normally working from home.
I got work today.
She knows.
So.
Zip it.
All right. Put your seatbelt on, according to BlackRock president, warning the entitled generation of shortages due to inflation. What is put your seatbelts on? What is that about?
I don't know, but it's coming from that
Because the
guy.
ride is going to get bumpy. Sure. Now, this is the guy who tells us he's going to control our behavior. No, this isn't the same guy, because that guy is Larry Fink.
Yeah, they all work together, though.
This is BlackRock president, not BlackRock CEO. Rob Capito claimed that an entitled generation will be shocked by how upcoming shortages in labor and raw materials will remove items from shelves. Capito, 65, stated that recent inflation is going to keep having significant impacts on the global economy and will push an entire generation to deal with a wave of shortages. For the first time, this generation is going to go to the store and not be able to get what they want.
Oh, gosh.
That sucks.
Yeah.
We have a very entitled generation that has never had to sacrifice. Well,
stop jacking up the prices of homes, bro.
And I'm not sure that means they're entitled just because we've had food on the shelves in America.
Right, it doesn't make
Who do you think you are?
Jeez,
how dare
these
you?
People expect to have food when they go to the grocery store.
Yes,
Who
we
are
do.
these people? Yeah, I expect that too, and I'm not in the entitled generation. Wow.
I mean, I was at my wife shared a picture on Instagram of her stepping up on the shelves at the grocery store to reach something, with the short person problems.
Mm-hmm.
But in the picture, I'm shocked at how empty the shelves were. that she was.
Every time I go,
it's
I'm
incredible.
Stunned by the lack of
remember the first time
bounty
you
in
saw
the stores.
just one section, like one shelf that was empty, and you thought, okay, that's weird. Now it's everywhere.
Yeah.
Now it's every aisle.
Yeah.
And what a good time to be trying to disarm the public, huh? When there's going to be
That's a great time.
Food shortages.
Yeah, it's a great time.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, I lost my food storage in the same boating accident. I lost my guns.
Oh, no.
Just so you know.
You are
I don't have any.
A very clumsy individual.
Yeah, I got no food at my house anymore. It's just gone. I hate that I did that, but what are you going to do?
Yeah, that's
it's too late now. It is.
Well, it's not really. You could order some more.
Nah,
so
I can't.
That we can come by.
I can't. I don't have any money to buy it with. So, dang it.
Yeah.
Oh, darn. Dang it. Capito described the economic situation as having scarcity inflation caused by the shortage of workers and agricultural materials, as well as housing and even oil and gas in areas.
Scarcity inflation.
I would put your seatbelts on.
It almost sounds manipulated.
Because this is something we haven't seen. Capito is the co-founder of BlackRock and worth an estimated $400 million.
Oh, he'll be okay.
Reportedly ranked in $24.6 million in 2020 during the
he's probably some kind of chief.
pandemic. Well, he's president.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Some economists have estimated Americans should prepare to spend an additional $433 a month. $433 a month?
I mean,
what?
Easy.
What?
That's easy when you go to the
For
store
basic
these days.
household goods due to inflation.
There's nothing that doesn't cost more. You
That's
quote
an
me on
extra $5,200 per year for customers, based on analysis from economists. $5,200 a year? There's going to be a lot of households that can't do that. Just can't do that.
And
I don't
that's-
have an extra $5,200
And he's talking
a
about
year.
food, right? He's not talking about
he's
gas.
talking about food.
He's not talking about gasoline to travel to and fro.
I noticed he didn't say anything about the prices of homes that he has artificially inflated with BlackRock's many, many purchases.
Yeah. Yeah, BlackRock sucks. They are maybe causing the problem with the ESG and all of that kind of stuff. They're deep in all of it.
Yes, they are.
And they're trying to control our behavior, as Larry Fink, their CEO, told us just a couple of weeks ago, which that was a video that I couldn't believe. I mean, just outright says it. Yeah, we're controlling your behaviors. We're going to force your behaviors. We have to do that.
We know what's best.
Yeah. Wow, really?
I mean, that's Michael Bloomberg, right? I mean, he told us that years ago, too. I mean, they all believe in that. They're better than us, and they know what's best.
It's the rancher theory. They're the ranchers, we're the cattle. We're too stupid. We have to be led, and we have to be rounded up, and we have to be guided into our little corral. And then they close up the gate, and so we don't hurt ourselves or wander out and get lost. Thank goodness for the ranchers.
Start to think you're
right?
entitled to stuff.
Yeah, no. You start to think you're entitled to food on the shelves. I'm going to get pissed. Okay, don't even go there, boyfriend. There's an entitled generation that likes food at the grocery store to be able to buy it and take it home and eat it.
And likes,
I hate those people.
And likes a roof over their head, too.
Yeah.
Right?
Little bastards.
Oh, man.
You know what? They've never had to do without a home. They should.
Well, that time's
They
coming.
should. It is coming because I'm living in a, 83,000 square foot home. But I don't have any room for those knuckleheads.
No, I sure don't.
You
room
only
for 'em.
need 70,000, but you have to go with 83.
Yeah, because it has to be one of the biggest in the country.
Okay, we've all had to sacrifice. I actually have a refrigerator that isn't full.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's because you ate breakfast this morning. Emptied it out.
Well, it's a sacrifice.
Then we come to this story, which is perfect timing for me as I start to try to get my house ready to sell. Sales of new homes fell 16.6% in the last month.
Yeah.
Isn't that great?
Here we go.
You're dragging your feet when the prices were high.
Jeez, dang it, man.
Story of his life.
Oh, well, what should I paint the walls? Let's put the for sale sign up.
Let them do it.
Oh, I didn't want to move.
Thank you.
I did not want to move.
Well, then don't.
Man.
Who runs that joint?
You know who
What kind of
runs
man are you?
You know who runs it.
Sad.
I don't want to take care of I don't want to take care of this big house anymore.
Okay. All right. Whatever.
Jackie obviously doesn't listen to the program.
Obviously.
Ridiculous.
We'll get it made because I'm not going to sell it for a loss. I'm not going to do that. But anyway, in the last month, this has happened because of rising interest rates. Interest rates have risen to 5.25% as of this week.
Gonna keep going.
Up from 3.1% at the start of the year. This month's drop in sales in new homes is the biggest drop in a month since 2013. That's perfect. The entry-level customer, which is the largest buyer group, is moving to the sidelines.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, BlackRock.
Home prices have risen by 18.8% last year. I mean, if Zillow is accurate, I just get every time I went back and looked at their estimated price of my home, it was up.
Yes.
And sometimes by a lot.
Yes. A number of people have decided that, I would like to sell my house because Zillow has got, me priced tremendously. But then where are you going to move? Because every place is like
That's
that.
the problem.
So, that's the thing, yeah.
That is. Move. So a lot of people have, just went ahead and, taken loans out against that.
Uh-huh. Really?
Fixed it up
have
a little bit.
And fixed it up a little bit?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Okay.
Not me.
No.
No. At least.
Okay. Do you?
I'm friends with BlackRock. Okay.
Someone agreed to rent to you.
That's amazing.
I don't put my name on the paper.
Well, Elon Musk says maybe a recession is a good thing because it's been raining money on fools for too long.
What's he trying to get back into the good graces of the Democrats?
I guess.
I mean, it's not going to work, Elon.
Elon Musk, 50 now, said it would be a good thing for a recession to happen as it's been raining money on fools for too long. He also said it would harm work-from-homers and foolish business owners. He said deserve to go bankrupt. Well, this is kind of tough love here,
It sure is.
All the COVID stay-at-home stuff has tricked people into thinking that you don't actually need to work hard. Rude awakening inbound, he tweeted.
That's the truth.
An asset management company predicted earlier this week that the IRS will raise interest rates to help offset inflation, which could cause a recession. It's not the IRS that raises interest rates. That's a bizarre, right?
Yeah.
I mean, they must mean the Fed, right?
Sure.
Because the
typo?
IRS.
Shocker.
I mean, how many times have we talked about the mistakes in these articles?
Over
and over and over. This is the Daily Mail in England.
There's. I mean, I know it's an overstatement to say every article, but it's
almost
a lot.
Everyone.
It's a lot.
Yeah, it is. An asset management company predicted earlier this week that the IRS will raise interest rates. That'll be a weird...
Well, maybe they have more power than we realize.
That'll be
would it
a weird
surprise you?
occasion, won't it?
It would be a weird occasion.
All right. Musk said he thought a recession would last 12 to 18 months based on, past recessions. Okay. I'm not sure I can agree with Elon there. That wouldn't necessarily be a good thing for me.
12 to 18 years, maybe, at this rate.
Well, I mean, even if it's going to last that long, that's how long Biden is around for, right? I mean, he's got even if we win the midterms, Joe Biden is still president, sadly. So I don't know obviously winning the midterms is something that we want to at least slow some of this down.
Yeah,
but
you can stop things going through the legislative process. You can't stop his executive orders, though. So he'll be able to keep doing that. Also, there's an Elon Musk poll on Twitter. Who do you trust less, politicians or billionaires?
I know which one I'm clicking on.
Now, the poll is still open, but what are we sitting at right now? Politicians?
With 2.1 million votes in.
Wow, nice poll.
Politicians, we trust less.
Yeah.
76.2 to 23.8. Wow. So, and I mean, for sure, I would pick politicians. I don't trust politicians at all. Then we've got this World Economic Forum speaker asking attendees if they own electric vehicles. I like this.
Okay.
Probably almost everybody does.
Throw this immediately out to the audience and say, how many of you are driving an electric vehicle at the moment?
Keep in mind, World Economic Forum.
1, 2, 3, 4.
At the moment,
So
they're
I would say
flying their
that
private
probably
jets.
constitutes less than 5% of the persons sitting here in this room.
Yeah, there's 88 people in the room. 4 of them drive electric vehicles.
Don't ask a question you don't already know the answer to.
Yeah.
She definitely wanted a better answer. No
Yeah,
doubt
she
about that. No doubt
She
about
sure
that.
did.
I see where AOC now is whining that she's going to have to get rid of her Elon Musk Tesla.
Oh, yeah, she's upset. Yeah. I got to get rid of my Tesla because Elon's a jerk.
Elon was mean
He tagged
to me.
her on that
Yeah,
poll,
Elon
by the
was
way.
mean to me.
Yeah, and they're right out there saying this is a world government forum. In other words, we're in charge here. We control everything. They're making no bones about it. You don't hear the UN.
They've taken off the mask.
Yeah.
Yes, they have. Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying. He tagged her on the politician vote. Where AOC, I dare you to run the same poll with your followers.
Yeah.
Who do you trust less? And I just voted in that poll, as a matter of fact, with 2,481,755 votes. 76% politicians.
It's about the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're hanging right in there.
But you don't hear much from the UN these days. It's like they've taken a back seat to the World Economic Forum, huh?
Well, Pat had Lone Wolf sent this to us. How to fold a UN flag. This is really important because you want to treat it with the respect it deserves. And somebody is showing us how to fold the flag nicely, you know, and then throw it in the garbage. It's like my kale recipe.
Yes.
Love it.
That's fun.
That's brilliant. That's just brilliant.
That is.
Make sure you fold it respectfully.
Sure.
And then you put it right where it belongs.
And I don't know, it's so much
In the
of the
garbage.
respect other than it just takes up less space in the can now. I think that's what we're doing.
Yes.
Oh, God.
Yeah, make sure you spit on it once it's in the can.
Yeah.
Just to show it the proper
There's no
respect.
need to be mean.
Yeah, no, there is. There is.
Okay. Dump the dirty cat litter in there on top
that's
of it?
appropriate.
Oh,
Sure.
yeah.
Is that better?
Yeah,
That'd be
well, once it's
appropriate.
in the trash can,
Yeah.
what are you going to do?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
But the spitting, no.
No.
Okay.
Not before.
I also got this. Producer Rob sent this because we were just talking about Obi-Wan Kenobi debuting today.
Oh, no.
So apparently there's a little problem in the cast. Lucasfilm has warned Moses Ingram about racist Star Wars trolls.
Oh.
Harassment is likely to happen, they predict.
Oh, no.
Because she's black? That's
what they are,
unreal.
absolutely alluding to.
Unreal. Moses Ingram recently told The Independent that Lucasfilm executives warned her that she would likely face harassment online from racist Star Wars trolls as a black woman entering the franchise in the upcoming series Obi-Wan Kenobi. Get out of here. Really? You buy that?
No.
I mean,
I
will
don't.
there be some moron online?
Absolutely.
Probably.
You go online, you'll find any moron online.
Yeah.
By the way, follow me on Twitter at JeffyJ. But I'm just...
Speaking of morons online.
No,
that's a good
what?
point.
Yeah,
That's a good point.
That was the point you were making, correct? Right? It worked.
But I mean, for real? Stop it.
Yeah.
Stop
I'm
it.
tired
No
of
way.
it. So tired of it. All right. Have a great Memorial Day weekend. Well, we'll see you again Tuesday.
Pat Gray, only on the Blaze Radio Network.